Now we do some comparison between Power BI and Dynamics 365 dashboards. Now, when we say we saw a lot of challenges with Dynamics 365 dashboards. We should also understand that Dynamics 365 dashboards are also very useful, but in a different aspect. Well, in our daily routine work, when we try to use Dynamics on daily business, certain things are quite easily manageable with Dynamics 365 dashboard. So let's say we take a nice example. A project manager, he gets in a time entry approval from one of his resources, which is waiting for his approval. And he can just log into the Dynamics 365 dashboard, look at it and say, hey, something for my approval, open the record from the dashboard itself, approve it, and he's done. Well, in Power BI, the beauty is you can write most complex queries. You can see predictions of data. You can see some trends coming up, which is actually not quite possible in Dynamics 365 dashboards. Power BI reports help you with the forecasting. It can help you take a lot of management related decisions. So for example, I'll give you a small scenario wherein when we were working for a customer in the past and the customer had 20 manufacturing units spread it all across the globe. So they got this huge Power BI implementation done, and they found out that throughout the globe there were 3 manufacturing units. Of course, that was an FMCG customer, food sector customer, so they have to very carefully evaluate where the losses are happening. And if not corrected at the right time, they might end up into more losses. So they figured out with Power BI report that their 4 manufacturing units are actually suffering losses continuously and are dipping by 0.5% per day. So before even further taking losses, they took a decision to wrap up the business of those 4 manufacturing units, of course, by taking some measures to see if it improves, but despite that, it didn't. So, that kind of decisions Power BI dashboards can help you take. There are more use cases that I'll show you that helps you take more beautiful decisions, but we wait for the use cases to come in. At this point of time, I think this is where you can compare how Dynamics 365 dashboards can help you over Power BI reports dashboards. Yeah, maybe we can go to the next slide. Or before this, maybe I would like to show you some of the beautiful Power BI reports, not as in use case, but some of the scenarios that we can compare from there. So let me go to my Power BI page. Yes. So if I go back to my, I don't want to save this change. Okay. Well, let's go to the project planning dashboard. In fact, I would like to show you one of the very interesting stuff here, and I forgot to mention one of the points. Power BI reports have a beautiful capability of having some kind of AI in them, where in Dynamics 365 dashboard, they are just based on the kind of query that the user has written. So let's say I'll give you an example here. If you see Q&A, I prepared a report where you can actually query the Power BI, and then it gives you the answer in the result of report. So it's kind of an intelligent report. So let's say if I type projects, so I'm actually asking questions to the report, and you see the data is getting filtered down. Projects by project manager. Okay. Okay, my spelling is not right. Manage, yeah, correct. Okay. So if I filter down by project manager, you can see there are various projects that have been listed down. So this way you can keep on asking questions to the Power BI report the way you are very curious about. But before you ask questions, you should also understand what kind of data is feeded in the report. Otherwise, you kind of ask its name and it gives you the birth date should not happen. So maybe the person who is interacting with the report should understand well the kind of data it has, what are the kind of connections between different fields and all stuff like that before they use this kind of features. But this is very interesting. Um, the second, I also talked about somewhere forecasting. So it's again an interesting piece to show you guys here. So I've tried to keep a very simple report for you guys to make you explain how Power BI can actually forecast. Forecasting always sounds beautiful when we talk about sales. Hence, we've picked up this use case of sales forecasting. And if you see here, what we've tried to do is try to build a forecast from Jan 2019 until Jan 2021, July 2021, sorry. And if you see the green line are the actuals figure where the sales have been dipping, then going up, then down, but eventually the graph is moving up. And post Jan 2021, we tried to do a forecast based on the past historical data first. Then second, the trend of how the data was in this many years and months. And third, what level of positive forecast and what level of negative forecast you want. If you put that kind of data in a sophisticated way and you create a forecasting report, it can really take you to 99% accuracy of your forecasting. And this is what is a forecasted result that had come up with this. You see the gray part on the top is the positive bandwidth that we have selected, that it might go up to this and not beyond this. On or negative side, if it hits on the negative side due to some reasons, it will go beyond this. But yeah, this is kind of the forecasting that actually is quite possible here. Yeah, so just wanted to show you some of the stuff here. And based on these kind of stuff, your some of the if you guys are a lot into marketing, so your sometimes sentiments or marketing trends go very viral. So Power BI can also understand those sentiments. They can read your what do you call social media sentiments. It can analyze your tweets and it can do a beautiful prediction and analysis of those data and give you some nice results out on your screen. So it's just not some ordinary reporting tool, but a kind of intelligent reporting tool that really helps you in terms of taking a lot of good decision. Cool. So let's move to the next slide. Okay. So here I want to talk about the sharing capability of, let's say, if I have a dashboard and a Power BI dashboard, how do we share it? So Dynamics 365 dashboard only can be shared with another Dynamics 365 user. That means if the other user doesn't has Dynamics 365 user license, he can never see the dashboard that I have created. Whereas in Power BI, we can share the Power BI dashboard with the Power BI users or to the ones who has actually Office 365 accounts. It's just that they need a Power BI dashboard. They need a Power BI licenses, which is not that expensive. Actually, I guess it's somewhere close to $10, and then should be sorted. So yeah, just wanted to take this small opportunity to tell you the difference between how the Power BI versus Dynamics 365 dashboard sharing capabilities work.